Good morning, everyone. It's iCurly K here. It is Friday, May 30th. I am so excited for Lotto Friday. I love Lily. Lily is a very, very, very toxic mover because it moves about 25 to $26 in a day. It is such a money printer. So I am watching Lily again today. Lily actually has a double inside day. And this is, of course, Strat Talk. I do have videos on the Strat on my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So you all know I like to pull my chart in just to see what's going on. I do see that there is an obvious level of support that we have reacted from quite a few times. And if we take it a step further, let me just go ahead and put that on there. This is going to be a support level on the day. If we take it a step further, we do also have a bit of demand in this particular area. I cover these topics, support and resistance, supply and demand on my channel as well. So please go look for those videos. But yes, we do have a level of support as well as demand here. Another thing that I want to make mention of is that Lily is actually getting a lot of good news. They had an acquisition here recently. Now, to put a pin in that, and not, well, I guess not put a pin in it, to go a little bit further into that, I will say that in most cases, the acquiring company usually takes a financial hit because if you think about it, they're opening their wallet, right? They're purchasing something. So they typically take a little bit of a hit. And then once the initial impact is over and they start to receive, revenue from that acquired company, then they tend to recover. So that's something to keep in mind just in case it decides to actually pull to the downside. Based on my chart, I am actually very bullish on Lily. I am anticipating a push to the upside, but of course, the strat teaches us that we need to be prepared in either direction. So I am going to go ahead and chart this thing out. Since we have a double inside day, we do have our call as well as our put entry off of the daily time frame. We're just going to go down. Oh, that's in the wrong place. We're going to go down the chart to a lower level time frame to see if we have any earlier entries like off of the 4 hour. But let's go ahead and chart this out. And so this is going to be our put entry off of the daily time frame. Before I put my ATR on there, I just kind of want to get a gauge for what we have going on here. All right, so we have an earlier entry for calls, but not puts. So we have a 4 hour call entry. So let's go ahead and get our target for this. So we're looking at 748.43. Uh, that always happens. 748.43. And that's going to be our ATR target to the upside. And then we're going to mark out all of our price targets. Your price targets are essentially areas that you should consider taking profit. All right, and then let's get our downside magnitude. We're looking at about 696.71. And then let's map out our downside price targets. All right, so that's what we have. I'm actually just going to move this out of the way for now. Hopefully you all can see that there is some demand. You all can see that support level as well. And so let's discuss what we're looking at if we decide to push to the upside. So we're already above the 4 hour call entry. We may get a little bit of a pullback. It might try to re-trigger the upside, but if not, we do still have the call entry for the day sitting at 727.33. Now, since it is a Friday, I like to tell the members of my Discord that when we are dealing with a 0 day to expiration, which is essentially a lotto, right? Whenever we're dealing with a 0 DTE, we want to be in the money as soon as possible. So yes, you can go all the way to 745, but you might want to cut that a little bit short, maybe opt for a 740 or 735. because again, you want to be in the money as soon as possible. And obviously, the ATR is an average, and you also have to account for what if today it decides to move a little bit lower than its average. So to the upside, you can look at anything in the money to 740. And then to the downside, you can look at anything all the way to, I would honestly say stick for like a 710, 705 to the downside. Now, obviously, these ATR targets does not mean that we have to go all the way up there to 748.43 or all the way down there to 696.71. What it means is that if today is the day that we decide to do nothing but run the entire day to the upside, that is where it could get exhausted around 748.43. And to the downside, if we decided to do nothing but flush all the way down, then we could see some level of exhaustion near 696.71. All right, everyone. So this is your free trade idea of the day. If you like these videos and you want to see them continually coming in, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend or a family member. If you're interested in joining the Discord, I do have a link pinned to my bio. I hope to see you at Baggage Claim. Have an amazing trading day. Bye.